the selfie stick so you can record?
We have a
supposed to-
tripod
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's at mine and I took it home because it was getting in the way and I'll have to bring it back. So that is A to F equals 2 7/8. And that's for the back neck opening. And then B to G is shoulder slope. That is 17 11/16. B to G, and that's 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 16ths. And that is supposed to hit the C line, so we'll tip that over there. And then draw that guy. Hit my hand and made a little wobbly mark. So this over here is G, and B to G equals 17 11/16. And then the shoulder, F to H, it should be 5 1/16 plus the 1/2 inch dart. And that is F to H. Okay. Flip it over. So I want to go towards G, and I want to do 5 9/16 because I want a 1/2 inch dart. 5 9/16. Okay. Right, so it's, and then I'm just gonna 5 make a cross mark at the end so I know where the line ends, because sometimes you draw a line and if you don't have like a definite cross mark, right, because this is like wobbly, so I usually make like a definite mark so I know where it ends. So your shoulder on your front was 5 1/16, so the back is going to be also 5 1/16, but I'm adding a 1/2 inch because I'm going to put a dart in here to accommodate the curve over the shoulder. But I'll do that in a little bit, or whenever it tells me to. So that was that. And then it says square down from F to D lines. So
You need to draw the D line.
I need a D line. I do need a D line. Let's do that. Did it tell me how long to draw it? Or
4
can I just
inches.
do whatever I want? Okay, cool.
Yeah?
Good for you guys.
No idea why it's in my memory at this point, but it is.
I know why it's not in mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that's my end point. And then I'm gonna come from here. I never labeled that F, so I'm gonna put that there. And so I'm lining one of the lines of my ruler up with this F2. Is it still G? Or is this now H? So this is H. And then come down. Okay, and does that have a name? No, it doesn't have a name. Okay, so now we're going to do dart placement. So just like our skirt, we're going to come in from the center, 3 1/16. And then B to J, waist arc, which is 6 3/8. So first of all, what's this called? This is going to be called I. And that's 3 1/16. B to I. And then waist arc is, so this, what is this going to be? B to J will be. B to J is waist arc, which is 6 3/8. And then we need 1/4 inch ease in the waist, just like we did in the skirt, so plus 1/4 inch ease. And then we're going to have a 1.5 inch dart, so plus 1.5. So that is, so 1/4 is 2/8, and 1/2 is 4/8. So 6 plus 1, that's 7. And then 3/8, 4 5/8, 6 7 8. No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 3/4. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, 7 3/4. Okay. So B2J is 7 3/4. So B2J, which is our side waist for now. 7 3/4. Then I2K is dart intake, which they already told us was 1.5. So I2K 1.5. And then I'm going to move my measurement for B2E equals 9 3/8. Okay, so I2K equals 1.5. And then we'll split that in half, so that's, I can measure over 3/4, or I can fold the paper and make I touch K and then crease it. But I'll just measure over 3/4. And we're labeling that L. And then J2M, square down 3/16 of an inch. So we're gonna tip down right here, 3/16 of an inch. Put this under my ruler, it's easier. 2 3/16. And we're gonna call that N. And then N2N is the side length, which is 8 3/4, just like it was in the front. I think I need to square this up. All right, and then 8 3/4 from here. And then tip it over to touch the line that I drew squared up from E. And that will be our side seam someday. And I'm just gonna make a real nice cross mark at the end so I know where my 8 3/4 line ends. Okay, so L to O, square up from L 1 inch less than M to N. Draw dart legs from O 1/8 inch past I and K. All right, so let's just take that one step at a time. So let's talk about the shoulder dart first, I guess, before we talk about what we're gonna do to that and why. So on the first day of the semester, I showed you some dresses, and one of them had princess seams on it. We're going to use the darts in this block to create that princess block, and we're going to connect the darts. And the way they have the darts drafted in here is fine, except that I can see into our future, and I know when we connect the darts to create the princess block, it's going to be a little wonky and we have to do some adjustments. So I'm going to do the adjustment now between the shoulder dart and the waist dart so that when we do the princess seam, it's less wonky. So I think I'll just do the adjustment in the shoulder dart. I think that should be adequate. Okay, so then we can continue. Now I thought that all out in front of you. So we need to know where this is. This is called N. And I'm just going to square a line across so it's easy for me to refer to, because that is one of the things they tell us to look at when we're doing it. So again, it says square up from L 1 inch less than M to N. So this was 8 3/4, right? So they want us to square up to that, but 1 inch less than 8 3/4. So I will do that. So there's that. And then they have us draw the dart legs and they want them a little bit longer, which I do anyway. They say 1/8. I usually do them longer than that, just because. And then I can cross mark if I want to cross mark my 1/8. So now I can just take my ruler and make a little cross mark for 1/8 below. Draw slightly curved lines from K to M and from B to I. K to M. Okay, so they're drawing in the waist now. I like to fold my dart and draw the waist in rather than drawing a curved line from here to here and a curved line from here to here. I like to fold it all up and see the relationship and draw my line then. Also know that you just want a little bit of squareness from B and you want a little bit of squareness from M. So I might as well square out M now so that I have something to rest my curve in when I draw this. I'm not going to follow it the whole way, but a little bit. And then fold the dart leg that's closest to center, or crease it, and then bring it to meet the other one. And then I'll let it cut. So I want my flat part of the curve towards the center, and I want the curved part out towards the side, which has been our convention for most other things. And then there's my 1/8 mark right there, and my M. So I want flatness here. I want some flatness here, or rather, it's the relationship. I want the square corners on the two sides, or on the center and on the side, and then I want to get close to that 1/8 inch. So I'm just trying to nestle my curve in so I get all those things. So let's see what we can do here. So that looks pretty decent. Do just a little bit more shifting. And then I need to run my tracing wheel across this. I don't have anything squishy under it, so I don't think it's actually gonna do me any good, but we'll just pretend. Maybe. And then I'm gonna use my curve to draw those. Or to true them, rather. Okay. So now what do we have to do? Neck, armhole, something like that? So we did that.
Okay, take a breath.
Yeah.